Where would you like to start?
Well, let's begin with Social Security. When you reach retirement age, do you think you'll receive Social Security benefits?
No. No. It makes me mad because I earn Social Security, you know, in my little summer jobs. And yeah, there's definitely not going to be any left for me.
I hope to, but at this point, I doubt it.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
No, I do not.
No.
No. No. No. No.
Does anybody?
Do I believe it? Yeah, but I don't think I'm going to get as much as my parents.
We're certainly not getting what we put in.
It won't last that long. They're talking about already there's not enough.
I'm kind of worried about that because I'm 3 years from retirement. I'm very concerned.
If I did government, I would be out there holding a cup, asking for handouts, okay? That's what the government will do for me.
Looks like people don't see much security in Social Security.
Right. Once again, Social Security is in trouble. And once again, the politicians figure out how to keep it going for a few more years. Social Security gives you nothing you can count on because virtually everything you pay into the system is immediately by the politicians. They spend your money on other people's retirements, on programs to get themselves reelected, on propping up the Russian ruble for an hour. But the one thing they won't do is to put your money into a separate with your name on it to secure your retirement. So if you're receiving security benefits today, the money is actually being taken from younger people, perhaps your own and grandchildren, and the supply of money is running low. Despite which there is no budget surplus, and no politician is doing anything to save Social Security. In fact, they're continuing to take money from Social Security to make it like there's a budget surplus.
So what's the answer?
Well, if you're retired, you have to depend on politicians taking more and more money away from your children and grandchildren. In place of Social Security, I want you to have your own individual with a private company that can guarantee to deliver a lifetime income to you without it. The politicians will never be able to touch that account or cut it or borrow their pet programs. It will belong to you and you alone.
Where do you come from?
Well, fortunately, the government has enormous assets that serve no constitutional purpose whatsoever. It owns hundreds of thousands of buildings, power lines, pipelines, military bases that are no longer used, large quantities of commodities, and much more. There's no constitutional reason for the federal government to own these assets. They should be sold to individuals and companies who can make good use of them. Those proceeds from the sales should buy lifetime retirement accounts for anyone who's dependent on Social Security today or who is retiring soon. These will be guaranteed accounts from stable financial companies who have always honored contracts, unlike the politicians who change the rules to suit themselves.
Well, what about the people like me who haven't retired yet? How about all the money we've put into the system?
Well, fortunately, the politicians have already spent all of that money. So the question is, what would be better for you and for them from here on? So let's ask people, would you rather continue paying into Social Security and let the politicians control your money, or would you prefer to keep your money and save it on your own?
I'd rather save it on my own.
Save it on my own.
Keeping it safe on my own.
I would rather save it on my own. I would like to be able to do with my money what I wish to do with my money at all if I'm the one working for it.
I would rather not let the government try and deal with it because I think they'll try and swindle me somehow.
Well, I think we would have been better off if we control our own money. I think most of us would have done much better.
I think if I was going to start off, put it in a private retirement account.
Definitely a private account.
A private retirement account, more secure because then I have access to it and nobody else.
If you're working now, you pay 15% of your income to Social Security, directly or through your employer. Even if Social Security does survive until you retire, you'll get back only about $1,200 a month with no capital to leave to your children. But if you're under 50, eliminate the 15% Social Security tax, and you'll have more than enough time to provide real retirement for yourself, with an income of several $1,000s a month. Plus, you'll accumulate $500,000 or more to leave to your children. Just without even being an astute investor, you can simply put a small percentage of your income in a bank savings account or have your employer do it for you.
Do you think America's ready for the dramatic change that you're proposing?
Oh, yes, I do. 5 years ago, Social Security was supposed to be the untouchable program. But today, even the politicians admit the system is going broke. And so they talk about saving Social Security, even as they go on squandering your Social Security money. Eventually, they'll try the system by raising taxes and reducing benefits. What I'm offering is totally different. I want your future to be completely independent of political influences. If you're already retired, I want to insulate you from the inevitable of Social Security. If you're still working, I want to free you from the 15% Social Security tax. This is one benefit of the great Libertarian offer.
And you can learn more about Harry Browne's Social Security plan by visiting his or by calling the toll-free number that's appearing on your screen.